first question for you was very simple. It's just who do you think social media has affected the most, and why do you think it has affected them?
Well, I think that social media has affected your generation the most, seeing as you have always had social media in your life. There's never been a part of a time of your life you didn't have it.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have affected my generation as much, even though it has
Yeah.
definitely. But seeing as I do have memories where there was no social media, I would just have to say yes, definitely the younger generation.
Um, the second question for you is, what makes people join social media websites such as like Facebook, Instagram? What's the appeal?
It seems as though today's society is we're called quite insular, so we don't really get together as much. So families are smaller, people don't socialize in person as much. So I think the reason why people gravitate towards social media is because we still have this natural sort of animal need to socialize, to come together.
Yeah.
But we've kind of found like an easier, safer way of socializing. You know, you can do it in your pajamas. You don't have to get dressed up. You can still hang out with your friends.
Yeah. But do you think that could be a good thing though? Because like
I think that social media gets a bad rap. Like I think that if you're a bit of an introvert, you don't really like going out, you're not going to go out, right? With or without social media.
just gonna talk to people.
Or just not, or just be lonely because you have anxiety or you're introverted and you just like to be quiet and away from people. I think social media is a great tool for people who are less gregarious, but that still would like to be interacting and a part of a social group.
Find a balance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. Thank you. When do you think it's a good time to introduce children to social media, seeing as you have 2 children?
Yeah, well, social media with the little ones is very tricky. My son has a Kindle Fire for the kids, so they have a special one. So it's blocked to all content that isn't child safe. So there is no social media on his Kindle Fire, so he can't access that, anything like that. My 14-year-old, on the other hand, is the queen of social media. And as a parent, I could probably be a bit tighter on it, but her entire social life centers around social media.
Yeah.
So if I told her she couldn't be on social media, or is Instagram is a big thing, right? Instagram is the thing for her. She never uses Facebook.
Oh.
But if I told her she couldn't be on Instagram, she would never be in contact with her friends. She'd be ostracized socially. So yeah, it's I guess as a parent, when they get into the teens, you're going to have to let them do it. But I think it's important that we monitor them. Just keep an eye out. Read it. Keep it. Look over the shoulder. What you doing? So turn the Wi-Fi off at night.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you're asleep.
Limited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's a good idea, actually. How do you think social media has affected you? Has it affected you in any way?
Oh, of course it has. Yeah. Well, even I'm an old fogey, so I use Facebook.
Yeah.
Instagram, I've never used it.
I use Facebook.
I have no idea how to Twitter. No clue. Don't really wanna.
I don't have to either.
Yeah. So, but all of my social get-togethers with all my friends is all planned on Facebook. It's all you send an invite. You make an invitation to like a happening, like a party or a protest or whatever your friends are doing. It's all on Facebook. It's all social networking. I share it because I'm from America, of course, but I live here. Yeah. So a lot of my friends and family live in America. Yeah. I can easily, with one post, talk to all of them, bring them all up to date with what's happening with me and my family. Yeah, totally. And all the photos of my kids, because I'm very locked down at Facebook. You'll never find me. But I only have my close sort of friends and family on it. So I can give them all the photos of what my kids are doing, what they're looking, their first day of school. So, 100%. It's really enriched my life.
Yeah, so even though it's a massive, social media is such a massive thing, you keep it, nice and tight knit.
Oh, yes. I keep all of my settings very tight. I'm a teacher as well, so we don't really want...
nearly there, but
yeah.
Where do you think social media will be in 10 years?
Okay, I've really got one of those imaginations, right? That always is thinking the Jetsons. So I think that we're going to have chips in our heads. So instead of having to have an appliance, having to have hardware, there'll be no more hardware. Because hardware is diminishing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's getting less and less. There's no more hard drives in anything. Everything's in the cloud, right? So, and the phone's getting smaller. Well, it's getting bigger and smaller. Yeah, it all changes. But still, everything is getting more user-friendly and interfacey.
Yeah.
So seriously, if you had a chip in your head and all you had to do was think,
That'd be.
I want
Or
this.
hologram like newspapers instead of real newspapers. Hologram.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like and it
You
comes
just
up
do-
in front
yeah,
of you.
yeah.
So yeah, everything could be like a hologram sort of projection, or
I have
everything.
that kind of mind. Like if you press your arm,
You press your
something
arm.
comes up,
Yeah,
phone,
yeah.
that's your new
They
phone.
don't they have something like that you wear and it projects
Yeah.
your phone on your arm.
Or you could just like do that with your hand and that's your phone.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
something
all
like
that.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's something like that in the next 10 years.
And final thing is, do you know that only 9% of children concern themselves with privacy on social media?
Really?
So my question for you is, how do you feel that only 81% of people don't really care about privacy on any social media?
Especially with young people.
Yeah, teenagers actually. It's teenagers. Most 81% teenagers.
Scary, very scary. Worried, especially having children and being a teacher. You guys need to definitely look up, not just for now, your future, because we all do stupid things when
Yeah.
we're teenagers.
Yes.
But when I was a teenager doing stupid things, I didn't have social media to put it all over. I would have. Big show off, right?
Yeah.
I'd be like, look at the stupid thing I did. Oh, so funny. Yeah, not so funny when you're my age
Yeah.
and you want to be professional. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's
Yeah.
worrying.
And thank you. That's all my questions.
Thank
very
you.
much. Good.